Let's see. Hi guys.
Hey yo, Clark, let's head out.
Hi. This is an update. I know I've been missing for quite some time or whatever. I've been missing for like 3 weeks, but if you guys follow me on social media, then you guys would know that I really wasn't even missing. So I just wanted to give you guys like an update of, you know, what's going on. If you read the title of this video, no, long story short, I am not quitting my business, okay? But I will tell you guys what I am quitting, okay? And I hope you guys like the new camera quality, because your girl decided to upgrade my equipment. I got a MacBook, a new camera, just so that I can be on my content YouTube creating ish, okay? Like, okay, so that is what I got for you guys. Well, that mini little update right there. But where have I been? What happened to me uploading every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? Well, your girl I have been recording I've been recording content. Of course, I just haven't had time to edit. Like I said, I just got a MacBook and a camera. Will be a whole lot easier now to be able to upload on YouTube and stay consistent, because I was recording and uploading on my phones. I have 2 phones, so I would use one phone to like record, or I would use both to record, and then I would edit on iMovie on my phone. But you know, storage, like I have thousands, 10,000s of pictures and stuff, and recording long pieces of content is it takes up a lot of your storage. So I decided to invest in a camera. My SD card is the biggest gigabyte that I could find, because yeah, and I got a MacBook. So the content is coming, y'all. Like, I have so many things that I would like to share with you guys. I'm coming out with my first ebook, and it's gonna be crazy, you guys. Like, I've already started working on it. I'm working on my first ebook. I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is just yet, but it's gonna include the ebook, a video like this, like a YouTube video where I'm just talking to you guys, explaining to you guys, just for those people that are visual learners. It's a lot more different than what other marketing coaches are giving you guys. So I wanted to give you guys like an ebook, a video, a live demonstration of what I will be releasing. So save your coins for that. This is an investment. I possess a lot of knowledge, and I know how to explain things and break things down the best way possible. Like, not in like a like, you know, like you're a kindergarten or anything, but I break it down in a way where you guys can completely understand what the heck we're talking about and stuff like that. But enough of rambling. Where have I been? So let's go back. April 8th was restock day. So me and Brittany, you guys know who Brittany is. She is like my assistant, my temporary assistant. We have Brittany. If you don't know who Brittany is, you have not been watching the vlogs.
Where you been at? But hey guys,
this is Brittany. I just asked Brittany to be my assistant today, so she official.
Welcome to the team.
So for everybody that thinks that I'm struggling by myself, I'm not, okay? So Brittany comes on Fridays and help me like do stuff, but you know, everything's like chill at O Butter. Like, I'm not really, she says I'm a great boss. I would be a great boss.
Yeah, she would.
But
very patient, understanding, and she likes to teach. as well. So
she is like my assistant, my temporary assistant. And I'm sorry guys, it's cold in here. And I ain't turning off the air because it get hot in here. Brittany is like my assistant or whatever, so she helps me a lot with just like keeping things organized and prepping me for the week. Like we have a really big restock, like we'll have like boxes already made, as you guys can see. Boxes already made, bubble wrap will be already cut and things like that. Like that is what, you know, she does. So she has been helping me like tremendously, like getting the studio ready, just keeping me sane, because like it is so crazy how many things went wrong for this restock. So crazy, you guys. So crazy. It was like they say, like when your success is so close, or like people see your success, people will like pray down on you, or the devil will like, so many things will go wrong. Like it just to discourage you. And I can't sit here and lie and say I did not feel discouraged at all. Like there was times where I think I've cried probably 2-3 times. I've cried and wanted to quit and just why me and things like that. So I feel like she was a really big help to Obetta in the Betta studio, just keeping me sane, keeping me organized. Like I will show you guys the studio like later, because we have rearranged the studio quite a few times. I think Brittany has been working with me for 1 or 2 months. I can't even remember when she started. I think she started in, I don't know. It's about to be 2 months, I think. She started in like March, I think. But we've rearranged the studio so many times. As you guys can see in the background, there's lots and lots of supplies back there. I will show you guys a lot of, I'll do like an updated tour. But back to restock, it was really crazy. We got 100 orders. Those 100 orders were all placed on Friday. So I was still in the midst of like prepping. I didn't want to push restock back because I don't like doing that. If I have a set date for something, then I just like to stick by it, because it's a little bit hard to like, you know, change the date of something and then try to get everybody on the same, you know, schedule. So I didn't want to change up the date for restock, so I kept it at April 8th, and I was still prepping Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday, because Brittany only comes on Wednesdays and Fridays. So Monday I was packing orders. I think every day I came here I was packing orders, getting things ready and stuff like that. But like I said, it was 100 orders, and I'm still having to like make stuff because I think I ordered from one of my vendors. They sent me the wrong containers, so that kind of put me behind. So many things were going so wrong. And then I have a brother. Brittany came on Wednesday. Wednesday was y'all, when I tell you Wednesday was crazy, I ended up having to call out of work because I was so overwhelmed with so much stuff. Like Wednesday was like a full day for me. Okay. So on Wednesday I woke up really early. Of course, I always wake up early every day basically, especially since I'm working my 9 to 5. I usually get up early anyway and take my little sister to school. So on Wednesday I went to Target. I had to get some stuff from Target. Then I had to drive to Atlanta to go to my vendor. I started to buy oils. Well, not oils. I started to buy the fragrance oils in gallons, which I'll show you guys back there, just because we were consistently like running out of stuff. That's another thing I would say, like having wholesale and having Obetta is crazy. Like I was consistently like running out of just inventory, so it's like I'm having to consistently like, you know, order stuff. And this is something I'm all new to, and I'm still getting a hold of it, truthfully. So I'm just learning to see like what works for me. That's another thing. Like there's no way to really be prepared to blow up or go viral or things like that. And that's another thing I don't think me and you guys talked about. I don't think I've sat down on camera and talked to you guys about how I went from having 1,400 followers, 1,400 followers on Instagram to having 20 freaking K. Okay, like 20K, you guys. Like that was such a huge jump. Okay, so it was crazy, right? So it's like I'm all new to this. That was, you know what they say, I just need the platform. Okay, I had the plan, but I just need the platform. So that was, I felt like it was God's way of just giving me the platform. And when you do have such like a huge jump like that, it is very, very important to like cater to your audience. But it was so crazy because it's like I'm trying to cater to this audience and let these people know what Oh Butter is all about, and then I'm also trying to like get orders out and pack and make stuff, and it was just insane, you guys. Like a lot of stuff that we have now, I try to prep like in advance, just to keep things, you know, sane. But back to Wednesday. So Wednesday, Brittany came. I was printing out labels because I had a Brother laser printer, which was like $300, and it's supposed to be a really good printer. So I'm just like, you know, doing what I typically do, printing out my labels, and my printer gets jammed. So we spent about 30 minutes to maybe even an hour trying to get the printer unjammed. We did that, and then the printer doesn't want to work anymore. So that was one thing. And then another reason why I got this blanket is because the studio was so humid, you guys. It was so humid that when I would come in here, I would literally be sweating. Like I would literally not want to have on any clothes. I would be sweating. It was just crazy. So I had to message, you know, the property manager about that. So now I just keep it freezing cold in here. Like I just don't care. I'll freeze myself to death as long as like my body butters are okay, because the body butters were okay. Like they weren't melting, but if I was making like a batch of body butters and they were trying to solidify, they would not solidify because it was just, the temperature wasn't right. So it would take a little bit longer for them to solidify, but they would solidify. But then when we would me and Brittany would put the lids on it. This is all happening on Wednesday. Like so many things went wrong on Wednesday. So when we would try to put the lids, we'll put the lids on them, but then we would go back and it would be liquid again. But they were like completely solidified before we even put the tops on. So that was another thing that went wrong. Butters wouldn't solidify. My printer ended up breaking. What else happened? I can't even remember everything that was going wrong. It was crazy, you guys. But I really appreciate this journey, the lessons, and I do not give the devil any credit. It was just God's way of showing me, you know, how to really prepare myself. Okay, like it was just really just a test, just to see. And that same Wednesday, we went to Micro Center. It's a Micro Center like 15 minutes, I want to say 15 minutes away or something. And they sell like, they're like a geek place, like a Best Buy, you know. They got everything like MacBooks, cameras. I might actually go today, maybe. But me and Brittany ended up toting that big old printer downstairs, took it to the store just to see if we could get it fixed, because it's just like I needed those labels. This is the thing, I really didn't care. Well, I cared that the printer was broke because I spent $300 on it, But my thing was, I can go back to Office Depot and get them to print my labels out. Simple as that. But my thing was, I couldn't, that wasn't just the issue, the root of the problem. The problem was, I have wholesale orders too, and I also print their labels also. So it's like, the only printer that they had there was, it cost like $700. And it's just like, it's a big boy. I got it. I got it. It's here now. But it was like big. It was big. It was too big for like the jobs that I was doing. But like I said, God has a plan for everything. Like, that's the only printer that they had available. Best Buy didn't have a printer. It was crazy. Like, I needed something that night to, like, you know, be able to come in the next day and get my work done. Like, I couldn't spend I couldn't waste another day trying to, like, find a printer or buy a printer or go shop around. But I just know, like, laser printers and printers are hard to come by, especially like laser printers. They're hard to come by. So, you know, I'm in the store. We go to the store or whatever, and the man, like, we got the printer in the cart. The man was just like, you know, we don't service printers here or whatever. So I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, y'all, I literally cried that day. I cried because it's like, bro, why are so many things going wrong? I literally cried that day. So when he told me he couldn't service the printer, they don't service printers there, I was like, oh my gosh. And he was just like, by the time you send it to Brother, which is the company that I bought the brand company, they was like, by the time you send it back to the Brother, it's gonna cost you the same amount as if you were to just buy a new printer. I said, what was the point of me even buying this? What was the point? What's the point of a warranty? Like, I feel like all of this stuff is a scam. Like, but one thing I will say, lesson learned, guys, make sure if you buy stuff from like Micro Center, probably Best Buy, if they have a program outside of the warranty, buy it. Always purchase it, because I purchased the printer, and I thought in my mind that I was purchasing the warranty, but I was actually purchasing the Micro Center program or replacement program or something like that, which was like an extra $20-$30. So initially what they do is they just took the printer from me, gave me back my $300 on a gift card. I was able to buy the $700 printer, but put $300 towards that and then just pay the remaining balance, and then I put the replacement plan on that new printer. So everything kind of worked out. I'm glad I was smart with that. And even though I did not want to spend that money, I really didn't want to spend that money. But like I said, God has a plan for everything. Maybe he just knew that I just needed a big boy printer. Like, I needed something bigger that can handle the job of being able to run my business and help other business owners run their business, because I'm printing out their labels consistently too. And I'm going to experiment more with that printer also, just to see if I can print out like thank you cards and stuff, because I am enjoying, one thing I can say is I am enjoying what I'm doing, you guys. Like, I enjoy helping you guys like start your business or be able to manage your business, because it is a lot. It is definitely a lot. So I just really enjoy what I do. And you know, my fiance, he reminded me of something. Well, he said something to me that made me feel really good inside. He was just like, you know, I know you didn't want to spend that money on the printer, but what you did was really some boss stuff. Like, you really did what a boss had to do. And now that I think about it, it's just like, yeah, I am the boss, and sometimes I really do have to do and make hard decisions. Like, that just comes with entrepreneurship. And I don't ever want to discourage anybody in the skincare industry, but it is a lot. It is a lot. Like, I know we share so much of the highlights of our business, but it is super, it could be super stressful. And that's why I'm so thankful that God has placed a support team in my life that really just supports me and looks out for me. And I really appreciate Brittany. Sometimes you just need that person in your life that is going to like hold you accountable and make you make those hard decisions. But trust me, guys, I did not want to buy a new printer at all. Like, that was not one of my goals and things on my list. Like, you know, you don't really ever expect for things to just go wrong, but it did. And it was a crazy journey. It was a crazy lesson, and I'm all grateful for it. And I'm grateful to be able to share it with you guys also, just so that you guys can learn from it and learn from my mistakes and things like that. But one thing I can say is you can never be prepared for going viral. Truthfully, because that's what happened. Like, I went viral, and that's why I ended up gaining so many like new followers and new customers and things like that. So it's a journey, you guys. But I'm sure you guys are asking, why was this video even titled I Quit? So with everything going on, when I tell you guys, I went through so many things. Like, in the span of between let me pull out my calendar. Between April to now, I have been through so much. I've been through so much. So let's see. Yeah, last week, around the week of the 10th, I ended up calling my boss. I work at a doctor's office. If you guys don't know, I work in a pain and addiction office. That's 5 minutes away from my studio. I ended up calling my boss and letting him know that I wanted to put in my 2 weeks. And because although so many things were going wrong, so many things were going right, okay? And I did not want to, I felt like my job was taking up too much of my time. So I decided that I didn't want to work anymore. Like, and it was such like an emotional thing too. And I think my job, they just thought like, you know, well, I think my boss just thinks that I was just crying because, you know, I was feeling overwhelmed or whatever. But I was more so crying because being able to quit your job, or like have faith to quit your job, like, not everybody's journey is going to be the same, not everybody's circumstances is going to be the same also. So to be able to come to that point where you feel like you need to quit your job and be able to scale your business, that is, it's like it's a very surreal feeling, you know. So I was having that feeling like, dang, I'm spending so much time at my job, and I'm spending so much of my time at my job, and I could just be making so much more money at Butter in the Butter studio. Like, I really didn't expect for wholesale to like do so well, but it is, like, it really is. So so in the midst of all of that, I'm also having to do wholesale. So it's like I'm having the 100 orders plus wholesale orders, which, you know, one wholesale order could be about 20 units of products. Like, it could be literally like 20 units of a body scrub or whatever. So it was just like a lot. So restock was April 8th, and then on the 5th, I wasn't able to get the orders out until the 15th, and I had to do, it was so crazy because I had to have the UPS people come and pick up the packages, and it was just a really like fun, exciting, and one huge roller coasters of just up and downs. And I'm just like forever grateful because God is opening up so many more opportunities for me. And I keep talking about God because without him, it's not possible. I'm so sorry to say that if anybody does not, you know, believe in God, but I truly do believe in God. Like, there has been times where I've just, you know, this is really personal, but it's just like there were times where I just didn't want to be here, but it was because of God that I'm still able to be here and do what I love. Like, I really do love that I'm able to, you know, create content for you guys on YouTube, show like behind the scenes of what goes on in my business. Like, I know a lot of people want to do YouTube and things like that, but I really want to record this journey with you guys. And it's so crazy that I did start recording this journey because it took off so fast. It took off so fast. Like, that's crazy. And then I'm able to help babes, you know, manage their business, create products, bomb products. I'm able to help babes sell bomb products and make a side hustle, or, you know, create a business, you know, like my wholesale calls. Like, I love doing those, like just learning about you guys. Like, my notebook, I take notes about everybody. Like, anybody that I talk to that is interested in our wholesale program, I literally take notes of what are your needs. You know, I talked to one girl, and she told me like her background history. Like, she did wholesale before, didn't have a great experience, and me and her ended up, if she was watching this, hey girl, me and her ended up talking on the phone. Like, the call is only supposed to be 15 minutes. We ended up being on the phone for an hour and 30 minutes. And it's like, you would think this girl was a long-term friend that I had for a long time, but this was somebody I'm just talking to for the first time, and she gave me insight about a lot of stuff. So I really do appreciate you, girl, if you do watch this. So shout out to you. But just learning about your business, like if you guys are beginners, if you already have a business. Like, she already had a business, but she just needed, you know, she didn't have time to make body butters or to be able to learn how to make body butters, which I understand, because to this day I still like mess up, you know, or I still try to like create new ways that I can take shortcuts to doing stuff, but it don't work out. So trust me, y'all, I've been through journeys of body butters and different stuff. I've done the swirls, I've done the piping, just the piping without the swirl. I've done the pour method, where it's just like too liquidy or too thick. Like, I can always tell like if your body butter is too liquidy or too thick to pour. But mine is like literally the right consistency. Like, I have like the way I do it is just perfect, you know. So yeah, so like with my job, I've decided to take a step back. You know, I've tried to put in my 2 weeks, but that really, I won't say it didn't go well, but instead of working 4 days a week, I'm working 2 days a week. But I still feel as though, like, you know, like I said, God's opening up so many new opportunities for me. And I have a business meeting on probably Monday or Tuesday, and it is going to be me running somebody's social media account. So I'm excited to see how well that goes. But yeah, you guys, like, I am taking a step back from working in corporate little by little, and eventually I am going to be my own boss. I am going to be a full-time entrepreneur. I would say for the most part, my business does take up majority of my time. I feel like my job is just a side hustle, but for whatever reason, they don't want to let me go. So, you know, I've tried to put in my 2 weeks, and they still want to keep me around, but I just told them, like, hey, mentally, I don't be here. You know, like, I don't be here. Like, my mind is on my businesses. Like, I have 2 businesses at that. So it's like my mind is on Obutta and the Butter Studio, catering to that audience. And it's just like, I have so much that I want to do, and nothing is going to hold me back. Like, literally nothing is going to hold me back. Okay, like I have content for the Butter Studio. I've been posting a lot more on that Instagram, and I have content coming from for Obata. Like, the Lord is good, you guys. It is so nice to be back. I miss you guys. I have been reading your comments, and I've been seeing that subscribers list to go up. So thank you guys for subscribing. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you comment below, and I will check you guys out in my next video.
Got dope like Pablo. Cut dope like Pablo. Chop trees with the Draco. On the north got Diego. Say hasta luego. Muy bien rapping kilo.